This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only.
Al-Qaeda is said to have found a safe haven in Pakistan. But are they getting stronger? Is there anything new in bin Laden's new video message? And what chance is there that he and his supporters can be beaten? The answers to these questions and more on Link TV's Mosaic Intelligence Report.
According to a 5-page threat assessment report compiled by the National Counterterrorism Center titled Al-Qaeda Better Positioned to Strike the West, the terrorist network is gaining strength and has established a safe haven in the remote tribal areas of western Pakistan for training and planning attacks. Al-Qaeda is reorganizing and is increasingly confident of its ability to conduct attacks against Western or U.S. targets. It's operating in Iraq, and homegrown terrorists inspired by the group are increasing around the world, attracting money and fighters. The latest terror plots uncovered in Germany and Denmark are a sobering reminder of a persistent danger to American interests overseas.
I extend my thanks to the federal and state police forces, whose months of work managed to prevent a terrorist attack. This is a major success.
But are Americans any safer at home? Al-Qaeda's media production company, As-Sahab, released a new video message by Osama bin Laden ahead of the 6-year anniversary of 9/11 attacks on the U.S. For the past day, a banner ad on the terror group's website posted a message which translates from Arabic, "Soon, God willing, a video message by the Lion Sheikh Osama bin Laden, may God protect him." The terror site ad for the video shows a photograph of bin Laden with a completely black beard, something that has already started a media buzz. Why does his beard look much darker, shorter and more rounded than in 2004, when it was streaked with gray and appeared unkempt? Why is he looking healthier than expected? Perhaps more important than this speculation is the question of what bin Laden had to say. The usual threats were absent, and bin Laden invited Americans to embrace Islam. He talked about the U.S. economy, the U.S. Congress, the war in Iraq, and Chomsky.
Despite America being the greatest economic power and possessing the most powerful and up-to-date military arsenals as well, and despite its spending on this war and on its military, which is more than what the entire world spends on its armies, and despite it being the major state influencing the policies of the world, as if it has a monopoly on the unjust right of veto, despite all of this, 19 young men were able, by the grace of Allah the Most High, to change the direction of its compass.
There is enough footage on the tape to drive intelligence agencies berserk, looking for clues to indicate when the tape was produced and whether it offers new leads to his whereabouts. But enough of this. There is some good news, and that too from a most unlikely place, Iraq. In Al-Anbar province, home of the Sunni insurgency, it seems that Al-Qaeda fighters have been driven out by local tribes. And in Lebanon, where Fath al-Islam and Al-Qaeda wannabe has also been routed out by the Lebanese army, something that only proves that terrorism can only be defeated from within and not by invading armies. Of course, bin Laden chose not to comment on Al-Qaeda's defeats on the anniversary of 9/11. I'm Jamal Dajani for the Mosaic Intelligence Report. To learn more about this program or to share your thoughts, visit us at linktv.org/mosaic.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now!, here to ask you for support for Mosaic, world news from the Middle East. You know, in media news, a new study shows that corporate news coverage of the Iraq War has dropped sharply in the last 4 months. According to the Project for Excellence in Journalism, the Iraq War accounted for just 15% of news coverage, 19% of the network evening newscasts. We need more coverage of the Middle East, not less. We are talking right now about living in a time of war. And it is up to us in a democratic society to decide what to do about that. Mosaic provides information from the Middle East, from countries in the Middle East, from a Middle Eastern perspective. It is invaluable. And right now they need $200,000 to continue their work. to continue their coverage, to bring you their fall lineup of this essential program. The number to call to make your pledge is 866-485-8848. That's 866-485-8848. You can also pledge online at linktv.org. Please pledge as much as you can. Information is power. When you have information, you are empowered to do something about it. That's what Mosaic provides. Again, they're trying to raise $200,000. In order to do this, you can be a small or large part of that. Pledge 25, pledge 50, pledge 200, pledge 500. Mosaic needs you. If you've needed Mosaic for information, now they're asking you to help them reach their goal. That number again is 866-485-8848. That's 866-485-8848. Make your pledge, make it now. You can also pledge online at linktv.org. That number is the lifeline for Mosaic, 866-485-8848. Make the call that makes the difference. This is viewer-sponsored media. You are the engine of this program. Mosaic provides a unique perspective from many different countries in the Middle East. Please give your support to independent media, 866-485-8848. And thanks so much.
This program was brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. television network devoted to global and national news, with uncompromising documentaries and diverse cultural programs which connect you to the world.